Good, everybody. It's your girl Nicole Banister, aka Nikki Banz. Today is Tuesday, so you already know we out here for NIKKI BANZ Live. Whoop, 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 whoop. Happy ho-ho holidays, everybody. We are just a couple days away from Christmas. That is crazy. Whether you celebrate Christmas, you don't celebrate Christmas, whether you celebrate it socially and not religiously, it's on Saturday, y'all. That's crazy. I'm like, December is like gone. That means 2021 is also gone. Man, this year has just flown by. It's absolutely crazy to reflect on. This is our second to last guest of the year here on NIKKI BANZ Live. Y'all already know I do this show every single Tuesday with a different guest from a different country, bringing you the hottest artists, rappers, influencers, activists, entertainers from around the world every single Tuesday. And it's only today and next Tuesday as the very last shows of 2021. Wow. That's crazy. It is crazy, everybody. So welcome one, welcome all to NIKKI BANZ Live. Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah. There's some Persian holiday today that my mom was telling me about. Mom, drop it in the chat so we can all see. I know my parents are watching. Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. Sorry, I forgot the name of that Persian holiday today, but there's all sorts of things going on. So sending y'all lots of love for this festive season. I'm wishing y'all nothing but love, nothing but light, nothing but good vibes only as we enter this brand new year. And for those of y'all in Cape Town, don't forget my Christmas party is this Saturday, y'all. In just a couple days, we are gonna break it down at my Christmas party, ho, 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 in collaboration with Edition Events. We got some amazing DJs. We've got a Kiki function. It's gonna be absolutely lit. So if you haven't bought your tickets yet, all you gotta do is hit the link up in my bio, or I posted the flyer like 1,000 times in my stories with the Quicket link, so y'all can, cop your tickets there as well. All right, enough promos about the Christmas party and enough festive love for all of you. Today, ladies, gentlemen, however you identify, we got the boy Emmanuel Jambo in the house. Oh my goodness gracious, he is a photographer extraordinaire. He is reshaping and redefining the way that Black people and people of the African diaspora are photographed and displayed globally. This is serious stuff, y'all. I'm telling you, this conversation is going to be fantastic. I cannot wait to chop it up with Emmanuel here today. And I know he's here. He's already requested to join the live, coming in hot from Kenya. Oh my goodness. Are y'all excited? Are you excited? If you're excited, let's get some love in the chat box. Give us some, some hands, some waves, some claps. Okay, I see Lena coming in hot with some claps. Yes, Lena. Thank you for those claps. I need to see that excitement building from all the fans, all the party people out there as we welcome Emmanuel Jambo here onto NIKKI BANZ Live. All right, everybody, you already know how it is. I'm about to give it a little drum roll, and then I'm going to bring him on right now. Don't forget, give him, what's he signs on? What's Emmanuel's on? I want to see all the love, all the hearts, all the comments, all the claps, everything. Okay, I see Janine coming in with a little party emoji. I see Rue coming in with the stars, the shooting stars. Oh yes, the love is all here for Emmanuel. All right, woo! I'm so excited. I'm already wearing myself out. I'm so hyped. Can y'all tell? Ah! Emmanuel, I'm gonna bring you on now. Let's get ready. NIKKI BANZ Live. Oh, hold on. I gotta do the drum roll. Y'all know I like my sound effects. Let me do the drum roll and bring him on. Here we go. Woohoo! Here we go. Coming in hot. Hey! Hello there, friend.
Hey, Nicole, how you doing?
I am so good. Emmanuel, how are you?
I'm good. I'm doing good. Good to be here.
I'm so happy to have you here. I know it's a little bit late for you in Kenya. I appreciate your time, your energy. I appreciate you.
Anytime. How you been?
I have been really good. We out here in the Southern Hemisphere. I'm in Cape Town right now, and it's so nice. It's so warm. Today was properly hot. I almost went to the beach before the show, but then I was like, no, I need to prep.
Nice. I'm feeling the energy all the way over here.
I love it. I love it. How you doing?
Yeah.
How's your day
My day was good. I had a shoot and I had another shoot that was canceled because it's been raining. It's been raining the whole day. So the second shoot was a studio shoot, but the first one was an outdoor one. So we had to cancel it. It's been raining for some reasons. I don't know. But
Wow,
the day
wow.
been
Well,
good. Yeah.
I'm sorry that there's rain and that the shoot got canceled. Hopefully y'all can reschedule.
Yeah, for sure. Probably next
For
week.
sure.
Probably next week, yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Once
And
you've
how is
got all
Cape
the
Town? How is the weather in Cape
woo,
Town?
Cape Town has been fantastic. You know, we have a thing here in South Africa. We call it December. I don't know if you're familiar with the concept of December.
That now it sounds like December full of desserts. I don't know, December.
Exactly, just like that. We call it December. You know, we like to say it's a lifestyle. You know, everybody's partying, everybody's having fun, everybody's enjoying the sunshine. So this whole month, it's a verb. You know, we just say we've been Decembering the whole month.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, nice, nice. I
Yes.
haven't been to Cape Town in a while, maybe 3 years. Beautiful place, beautiful city. Love it.
Stunning, stunning. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been hooked. I've been in Cape Town for about 6 years now, and every time I try to leave, you know, as like Chingy said, something keeps pulling me back.
Love it, love it.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so every time I start off NIKKI BANZ Live, I always like to start by telling the audience, all the people who are here in the chat, you know, how I know my different guests who are on the show. And Emmanuel, you're one of the few guests who I actually have never met before in person. But we got a mutual friend. Shout out to the girl, Amani. I know she's in the house right now. I saw her sign on. Hello, Amani. Amani is the plug. And I swear, like, multiple guests who I've had on this show are plugs from Amani. Like, when Chiki came on, it was a plug from Amani. When Yusra came on, it was a plug from Amani.
Wow.
Now we got you, Emmanuel, and you're a plug from Amani. So shout out to our girl, Amani, who's just got the most amazing friends all over the world.
Awesome.
Literally, anytime Amani like tells me that I need to interview someone or I need to talk to someone, I'm like, cool, we're gonna make it happen. And I know you and I will connect somewhere in the world one day. Yeah, whether it's Nairobi, Cape Town, Atlanta, somewhere.
Atlanta.
Exactly, exactly. So, Emmanuel, you are one of those people who, similar to me, I like to call a third culture kid. So it's like your parents are from one place, you were born in one place, you grew up in one place, now you live in a different place. So you've just been jet setting all over the world. So tell us about like just all the different places that you lived. Like just talk to us about kind of where you grew up, how you grew up. Because I think that's a super interesting story.
I know it's been a journey. It's quite a journey. Well, I was born in Khartoum. My parents are from Juba, from South Sudan, but I was born in Khartoum in Northern Sudan. And at the age of 10, they moved to Egypt. So we lived in Egypt till like when I was about 16. And then we went to the States. Yeah, then we went to Atlanta. Then Atlanta became home. In Egypt, we were in Alexandria, right by the waterfront. It was beautiful. Like, I can never forget that place.
Wow.
And then we went to Atlanta, and then Atlanta became home. And right after I finished high school, I went to college in Chicago. And then I came back for a minute. Then I moved to Seattle, Washington for, I don't know, maybe 5 years. And moved to New York for a little bit. And came back to Atlanta. Then I came to visit a sister of mine who she moved back to the States now, but she was living in Nairobi. And I came to visit her, and I got a job offer with East African Magazine. And here I am. I'm here. Yeah. Now I live in Nairobi.
Jet setter. You're a proper globetrotter. And even though you're based now in Nairobi, you're traveling, like, you travel often, don't you?
A lot of my friends, they're like, why are you paying rent in Nairobi? Because I'm never here. I'm never at my place. Sometimes a couple of months I'm not here, but I still have to pay rent. I got to keep my, my boxers and my shoes in one place.
That is so funny. though, because Emmanuel, I feel very similarly as someone who's also lived in multiple places all over the world. Like, it is nice to have a home base. Like, you don't want to live out of a suitcase.
That's true. That's true. And then I have a dog,
Yep.
so it's good to have him, you know, just to be in one place.
Oh, you have a dog. Okay, that's amazing. I like that. I hope you have a really good friend around that like sorts out your dog when you're gone for months at a time.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Or does your dog travel with you?
No. It's hard traveling, especially around Africa, with a dog. So no, the dog stay home. His name is Che Guevara. He always stay home.
Doesn't sound very Che-ish to stay at home. It's okay. He's holding down the home front.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's holding it down all the time.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that. So you had this super multicultural, multinational upbringing, not just from your parents, but also living in all of these different countries and continents. That's really, really cool. And so talk to me about this job that you first got, because it's my understanding that this, you know, photography wasn't from the jump. It wasn't always your thing. So how did you first get into photography? How did photography become, you know, this thing for you?
Yeah, actually, like up to like second year in college, all I wanted to be is to play pro basketball. Like this was end zone is to play NBA or maybe, I don't know, in Europe or something, because I was really serious about it till I got hurt. And then just right after college, funny, photographer kid. And for some reason, I picked up a camera right after college and I started just doing photography. And then I was looking for equipments online. And I stumbled on this guy he lived in the south side of Atlanta. So I met up with him, and he was a photographer for Martin Luther King back in the days.
Wow.
And he was sick. He had cancer, and he was leaving Atlanta. He was moving to California. And so when I went, and a bunch of the equipments were gone. So he asked me one question, like, where did you go to college? So I'm like, here, Washington. It's like, Chicago, here? I'm like, yeah. It's like, that's my school. He asked his wife. So she cooked us a nice meal, and I stayed, and I ended up coming back the next day, the second day. Like, we started vibing. He taught me a lot, and I picked a lot of knowledge of his brain. So that's how it started first. Yeah.
Wow. So for you to have launched your photography career with the help of someone who was photographing such auspicious and legendary people like Dr. Martin Luther King, and then for you now to be shooting presidents, photographing presidents, like it's all coming full circle for you, Emmanuel.
It's all coming full circle. It's so insane. So yeah, so when I came to visit my sister who was living here, and a friend of hers, I met a friend of hers, and she saw me just working on my laptop, and she asked me, "Are you a photographer?" I'm like, "Yeah." Then she took my card, set up an interview with True Love magazine, which was based in Nairobi here, but the main office was in Joburg. So it's a South African office. So I got an interview with them, and then they asked me to start working for them. So I'm like, I live in Atlanta. They're like, can you move? I'm like, okay, let me try it out. So I moved here, and then just things start picking up. Before you know it, I started shooting the first family, and we started shooting the president. That led to shooting another president, the Zambian president, the South Sudanese president, and it just kept going, you know. And it just go back to one moment that I met that guy online, and yeah.
Yo, this is just so incredible. I gotta give you the claps for that one. I mean, you're just like rolling off names of presidents and like royal families, first families, like it's no big, yeah, you know, I photographed the Zambian president. Cool, like, you know, it's just like, it's incredible. And we know you've linked up with other presidents too. I saw that picture on Instagram of you and Barack. I saw that.
Yeah. That was actually, oh my goodness, that was huge. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. But funny enough, I had an interview on the radio maybe 5 years earlier prior to that. And she asked me, she's like, who you really wanted to work with? So I said, Barack Obama, President Barack Obama. And it happened. And actually, the lady who interviewed, she called me. And she's like, you kind of like predicted that shit. And it happened. It happened. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. That's so cool. Wait.
That was one of my proudest moments. Yeah.
So tell us more about that. So did you photograph Barack Obama and his family? Was it a meet and greet?
No, it's just him. He was doing his foundation work. Yeah, so it was just him. I've never met the rest of his family, but only him. So God willing, you know, maybe one day.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we'll put that. We'll put that into the universe right now. You know, Michelle, Sasha, Malia, the whole family. You know, a little photo shoot. We're ready for it. Emmanuel Jambo.
Finger crossed.
We're gonna put that out there. You know, it's the end of the year. We like to manifest. You know, do our New Year's resolutions. Wow. Okay, so this is incredible, but we know that, you know, it's not just like you picked up a camera and all of a sudden, you know, you're like photographing presidents, right? Like obviously there's like so much hard work. There's so much behind the scenes. There's the hustle and the grind that goes into it. Tell us a little about like when you moved to Kenya, what was that experience like being a photographer there? You know, because you know, from some of the other interviews I've heard you do before, it wasn't necessarily smooth sailing. There's some misconceptions that people had, you know, about you in the beginning.
Oh yeah, but from the beginning it wasn't easy at all. You know, I landed here and apparently it was most of the photographers here were expats, like from Europe or like white photographers. You know, there was no African photographer like on top at all. So it was kind of hard, like breaking through all of this big advertisement agencies, all the big jobs, Coca-Cola and blah. So when I broke through and I started getting this, I mean, even a lot of people really thought, I think right, or, you know, like putting your face on social media and interviews and blah, blah. And a lot of people, they thought I was white. They thought Jambo, the name was just a white photographer trying to be African. And yeah, because they were not used to seeing African photographers in magazines. Yeah. So it was kind of hard. Like it was like all the big jobs, all the advertisement jobs, it was just pretty much expats. Yeah, so we did it, and you know, and forever I'm proud of that, you know, and a lot of other fellow photographers in East Africa here. So it was a tough journey, but you know, we did it. Yeah, I mean, we proved that we could do everything that, you know, what it was thought only is Western, or you know, or your skin have to be white, and that goes on to, I mean, a lot of other challenges with like designers, makeup artists, and a bunch of other creatives. Yeah, cinematographers. You know, it's been a journey. It's been a journey. Yeah.
It definitely sounds like it's been a journey, and I want to talk a little bit more about that. But I just want to shout out, you know, I see there's so many people who are tuning in on the IG Live right now. Welcome, everybody, to NIKKI BANZ Live. We got Emmanuel Jambo here. We're about to get into some real awesome topics. So if you have questions for Emmanuel, I will use the last 10, 15 minutes to ask him those questions. So if you're looking at the bottom of your screen and you see that little thought bubble with the question mark in it, you can click on that and you can type a question in there so that the last 10, 15 minutes, I can make sure that I ask all of your questions for those of you who are here on the IG Live. So use that little like question mark at the bottom next to the comment box. Yeah, use that to ask questions, and I'll ask them at the end of the show. But Emmanuel, I want to talk about that because, you know, I think that this is something that's actually not talked about enough, and it's something that's sort of starting to get talked about more and more. But it's the way that Black people and the way that people on the African continent in particular are photographed, and the way that these people are displayed globally. And so, you know, for you to say that in the beginning, people were thinking, you know, that you were a white photographer, that you were coming from the West because they couldn't even possibly fathom an African photographer taking pictures of African people, you know, that to me is huge. That to me is that to me is devastating, to be totally honest. So, you know, I don't know if you consider yourself an activist or not, but, you know, to me it's quite significant that you're an African photographer redefining the way that African people are photographed and displayed for major publications, for major corporations around the world. You know, it's for us, by us. So what has that been like for you to be of this continent and of these people, to be displaying and portraying people, you know, in the way we're meant to be?
You have it just like, I mean, it just gave me one of the biggest boosts ever in my life. Like, I remember we were shooting the chairman for Barclays Bank, which is now is ABSA. And the chairman, like, he walked in and he's like, "Where's the photographer?" So I'm like, "It's me." So he gave me a hug. And he's like, "I've been with ABSA Bank for 25 years. Finally, my brother is taking my photo." Yeah. that was just insane. I was like, "What do you mean?" It's like, "Yeah, we never had Black photographer." Yeah. So it's I mean, it's just overwhelming to be part of, you know, this change.
I think overwhelming is
I
probably
cannot,
a really good word
I cannot ask for more. Yeah, I cannot ask for more, you know.
For sure. And do you see, you know, since you've been in the game for a minute now, you've been in the photography space, and, you know, you like you said, you work with a lot of creatives, a lot of videographers, you know, graphic designers, things like that. Are you seeing that landscape shifting? Are you seeing more and more African people from the continent who are being selected for these gigs, or do we still have a long way to go?
No, we've seen a lot of good things. Oh my goodness, a lot of good talent, a lot of good creative out there. Like, things are changing big time. It's changed completely. There's all kind of fields, photography, like I said, cinematography, graphic design, fashion designers, everything. It changed completely. I mean, it's definitely it's time for Africa right now.
Woo! Yes, Lord. Yes, it is. I love it. So, Emmanuel, well, first off, let me just give a quick shout out. I saw that Chiki and Amani are in the chat. What's up, ladies? Hi, how y'all doing? Excited.
I just seen them like an hour ago.
I
just seen them like an hour.
Oh yeah. I saw something that said that you owe them all the pictures. I don't know what that is. I love it.
They need to leave the bottle alone.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny, Emmanuel. So my next question for you is then, you know, since the landscape is shifting, since you know, there is much more investment in making sure that we are using local talent, people who are from these countries, from the continent, to share our own stories and tell our own narratives. What advice do you have for young photographers, young creatives across the continent, or people of the African diaspora? You know, what advice do you have for them as they're coming up in this creative space?
For the diaspora, definitely, I'll be like, you know, just come home. That's number one. And art. We are the original artists. You know, we were a big part of our history was erased, and we were taught that there's a lot of things that we cannot do. No, it's wrong. We
Mm.
doing it. We can do it. So, and then as far as even for like parents or like any support system, is art is a big thing. You know, we don't have, not all of us could be doctors or engineers. Yes, we need that, but art, music, painting, photography, all kind of art. We need to be given a chance, and we need to be encouraged to get into this field. So, and for all the young guys, don't be afraid. Explore. You know, it's our thing. Let's do this.
I love that. I love that.
Let's
It's
take
our
it back.
thing.
Let's take it back. Let's take it back.
I mean, honestly, I can empathize. I can resonate with that. You know, even me, born in the United States, lived in Singapore, lived in Bolivia, lived in multiple states across the U.S. And then now that I'm here in Cape Town, now that I'm here in South Africa, it's been 8 years and counting, and I'm like, I'm home. I'm home.
You're home. You're not going nowhere. You're home.
I know.
You're
I know.
home. You're home.
I'm like, sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. I know y'all are watching from Houston right now, but I'm sorry.
Now we need to tell the rest of the guys, Jay-Z and, Puff Daddy, Johnson and Johnson, the billionaires, bring the money, rebuild Africa,
Yes.
Pick a country, pick a
Yes.
corner.
I'm like, exactly. I'm like, y'all heard it here first on NIKKI BANZ Live. P. Diddy, Jay-Z, you must come back. You must come back home. Oh my gosh. So, Emmanuel, I know that basketball was your first love, and you were a hooper, you were a baller. Me too. I love basketball.
Nice.
I played basketball my whole life. I also had an injury. Hey, I tore my ACL. Shame. But did you also have an ACL?
Same here. Yeah, got an ACL and torn meniscus, a broken ankle, a broken thumb. Yeah.
Oh no. Well,
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me that at least. Tell me it wasn't somebody who broke your ankles. Tell me it wasn't somebody else.
No. It wasn't. No, it wasn't. Yeah. I've been always a shaker. I was always a shaker.
Okay.
I guess it just happened. Yeah, it just happened. I mean, it was sad in the beginning, but then it's just destiny. It's what's meant to happen will happen.
Yes. But it's well, obviously we're super sorry about the injuries, but we are happy that having the injury allowed you to pursue your passion, allowed you to, discover photography. But it's my understanding that you're actually still quite connected to the basketball world, even through your photography. So maybe talk to us about some of these initiatives and some of the ways that you're still keeping in touch with the basketball community, specifically here on the continent.
Oh, yes. We grew up together. We played together. Went on and played for the Bulls, for the Lakers, Miami Heat, and he just retired. So he's made NBA Africa ambassador, and he's the president of the South Sudanese Basketball Federation. So he's been doing a lot in the continent, summer camps. And now even through the Afro basketball, South Sudan took part of it for the first time, and they went on to become number 5 in the continent. So I'm documenting that. I've been documenting that for a while. So it's good to be around basketball. Every now and then you get a young buck and trying to play. So it's just through the lens. just feed off that is just amazing, you know.
That's beautiful. And I think it's really cool how your passions can come back together and merge in these ways, you know?
Exactly. I remember we were at the NBA Africa in Joburg, the first one, and here I am, you know, taking pictures, and we riding in the bus with all of these greats, you know. One, and I don't know, Dikembe Mutombo, CP3, who everybody, Giannis, everybody. I was like it's just like never left the court. Just hanging out with all of these greats, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Hold up. Emmanuel, if you were at the first NBA Africa game in Joburg in 2015, then we might have met because I was there, my guy.
You were there.
I was there. I was at that NBA Africa game. And I actually met your boy. I met your boy, Luol Deng, because I distinctly remember, because at the time, I was a Peace Corps volunteer here in South Africa. So I was living in this super rural community. You know, we didn't have running water. I was taking baths in a bucket every night. And I don't know how this came up, but I remember talking to Luol and saying that I took baths in a bucket. And I remember him saying, oh, yeah, you know, whenever I go back home to Sudan, my mom tries to make me take baths in a bucket, too. And I was like, what? I was like, with your 7-foot-tall self, I was like, I can barely fit in a bucket, bro. How do you fit in a bucket?
That means we probably seen each other because we were there when he was the captain for Team Africa.
Yes.
I remember. I was there.
If you have pictures, you got to go back and look at those. And even me, I'm going to go back and look at my pictures because we must have overlapped. I was there. You know that party the night before the game?
The party
was there.
Where, what's his name? Henry was there. And there was a bunch of people. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Wow. I remember. I mean, this was beautiful times, man. The first one, yeah, it was really nice. I enjoyed it.
It was, it was super nice. I gotta give a shout out. It was Mark Tatum and Adam Silver who gave my dad Papa. They gave my dad Papa Banz the plug. Who they hooked me up with the tickets. So shout out to the whole NBA Africa, everybody.
You definitely need to bring Luol then.
I'm ready. He'll be next. Well, okay. I have to say the show is fully booked through February, so maybe March. We'll get him in. I'm ready.
Okay,
we'll have him on.
All right. For sure,
definitely. So,
my connection is a bit shaky, right?
So taking
because it's raining. It's raining in Nairobi here, so I don't know.
Shame. I'm sorry. At least, I gotta say, at least I have electricity because Cape Town's electricity was out literally for 12 hours from last night until like the afternoon. So the way I was like keeping my fingers crossed, I was like, if this electricity doesn't come back and I have to cancel the show because of it, I was worried. But we're here now.
I was worried.
I know we want to come back home. We want to live, on the continent, but then, we sometimes have these little hiccups, but it's all good. we keep it moving. Bad internet, no electricity. We still make it happen.
I know. We still make it happen. We got to talk to the politicians to make things better.
I know.
I'm tired of politicians.
I know.
Yeah.
But you were talking earlier about how, the African spirit is creativity and it's art. It's also resilience. So, we'll also make it through anything.
That's true.
It is true. So, Emmanuel, tell us a little bit more about, what are some interesting collaborations or some really interesting projects that you have going on right now?
Right now, I'm doing a collaboration with this guy. His name is Kimati. He um he make t-shirts. He make t-shirts. He's been in the game for a while actually. He's based in New York. He's Kenyan. He's based in New York. We about to put a lot of faces, African faces, on t-shirts. He's been in the game for a while. One of his first client actually was Akon and Jay-Z. Yeah. So he's been in the game
Okay.
for a while. Yeah, so now we're doing a collaboration with him and Sauti Soul.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. So
That's
that's what I'm working
incredible.
on right now. Yeah, working on this documentary about the Nubis migration from Sudan to to Kenya. I
Wow.
don't know if you know a place called Kibera. It's one of the slums, one of the biggest slums. But it's just I find it very fascinating because there's a big story behind behind this migration. So that's what I'm working on right now too.
Wow, wow. These are just such meaningful projects and also ones that are, again, showcasing people of the continent, stories of the continent that often go untold, you know? And like you said before, our time is now. It is time to share these
Time is
faces, to
now.
share these people, and share these stories.
Tell our own stories, our own narrative. No, no European touch, nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But it's really important, you know. And I think one of the things that I found just since living on this side of the world and traveling, you know, I was able to go visit Amani in Sudan a couple years ago. Spent 2 weeks in Khartoum, you know, and like even when I was there, everybody was like, "Why are you going to Sudan? What is there to do there? Is it safe? What you know?" People had so many questions. Like they didn't know anything, you know. And like when you have people who are from these places who are able to highlight stories, who are able to share, you know, the reality, the day-to-day lived experiences of people, of families, and of the culture, and tell it from a place of integrity, tell it from a genuine place, like that makes all the difference. And that's exactly what you're doing through your photography and through these projects. It's incredible.
You said it with integrity. With it's that's what make the difference. And like Africa, it's always been labeled as a place for diseases and war and famine and that's why we got to change it. Like one of the things that maybe next time we'll talk about it, but there's another project that I don't want to talk about it, but it's pretty much it's going to be the connectivity among Africans, among all of these African countries. I mean, just within the continent, for the continent, and to showcase our similarities and like um, even tourism. Like a lot of people they want to go to the beach in Dubai. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that, but I believe in Africa there's so many beautiful beaches, there's so many beautiful places, there's so many culture that you can see. So one of the projects that we're going to be working on to help just bring us together and showcase that there's a nicer place next door that you can go see and learn. And it's just plain and simple.
Mm, mm. I cannot wait for that project, Emmanuel. That sounds so incredibly cool. And I know you said that you had lived in Egypt when you were younger. I didn't even know that. And I went to Egypt last year, like right around this time, actually. And I
Uh-huh.
went to this part of Egypt called Siwa, you know, and Siwa was like this nine-hour drive away from Cairo. We were literally, it's a literal desert oasis. You know, we drove, you know, for 9 hours in the desert. And then all of a sudden, boom, you know, like salt lakes and palm trees and everything was
Oh,
incredible.
wow.
And some of the most amazing water that you could float in, crystal clear salt lakes, like
Beautiful.
natural warm geysers in the water in between the sand. And I was like, nobody knows this is here. Like, how come no one like knows about Siwa? Why isn't everybody going here and for every vacation? You know,
It's
so you
never
gotta put
told.
people on. You gotta
It's
put them
never
on.
told. Oh yeah, we have to. We have to. I'm. I feel like I've always wanted to go back because you know I left when I was a kid, but I've always wanted to go back. I know like the only place I've seen beside Alexandria was the pyramids, you know. But I know there's a lot of spots in Egypt, in Northern Sudan, in South Sudan. There's so many places in Ethiopia. There's so many places, but it just need to be shown. It need to be shown, you know.
Definitely, definitely. And I know you will be shown them very, very soon. That's for sure, for sure. So maybe the last question I'll ask before I start getting to the questions, you know, from folks who are here on the live. I see a couple of y'all have already asked questions. Just remember at the bottom of your screen here on Instagram Live, there's a little like thought bubble with a question mark in it. Just tap on that and you can type in any questions for Emmanuel. If you drop them in the comments, I might not see them. So use that little question bubble to ask your questions, and I'll ask Emmanuel your questions in just a moment. But I guess my last question for you is that, you know, obviously like the world knows you as this photographer extraordinaire. You are one of the most sought after photographers on the continent, and we know you have this deep love and passion for basketball, but like what else are your other like hobbies and things you do behind the scenes? You know, what are the things that you like to get into that not many people know about, you know, outside of the photography, outside of basketball?
I love cooking.
Hey,
Yeah. And I got into the game very late, like maybe only less than 10 years ago. But with the help of YouTube and a couple of sisters, couple of cousins, I got better at it. So I love cooking. I really enjoy it. You know, I love to eat my own food and I love to cook for friends. Yeah.
okay, okay. Do you have like a favorite dish or something that you're like really, really good at cooking?
Oh my goodness. It's something called fava beans, full. It's a Mediterranean dish. It's it's very famous in Sudan and Egypt, but favorite, I make eggplants, salad. I make a South Sudanese dish. I make Ethiopian food, shiro tips. I make a lot of different. Yeah, I make Thai food, jollof rice.
Ah,
Yeah,
not the jollof, not the spicy
yeah,
jollof.
spicy one. I love spicy food. I'm a sucker for chili.
Me
Yeah, I
too.
love spicy food. Yeah, I love
Okay.
spicy food.
So Emmanuel, whenever we meet up in person, whether it's in, you know, Nairobi or Cape Town or Joburg, you know, Hotlanta, wherever it is, we're gonna have a little cook-off. You know, you can
I got
make
you.
some
I got
food,
you.
some jollof.
I got
You
you.
know, so I'm half Black American, half Persian. My mom is from Iran. So I like to make some Persian food every now and then. I got a good eggplant dish, some gayme badam june. I'll cook that for you if you cook something for me.
You gotta go to Iran and pick up a rug. I love how I love Persian rugs. My goodness,
Yes.
but they're expensive as shit.
Well, you know the
I walked
Persians.
I walked into this store in Miami. Oh my goodness, the guy was like, "Oh, it's $15,000." I'm like, "Okay, what is a down payment in the house or something?"
You know the Persians. The Persians like to make money, so you know those
Oh
Persian
my
rugs
goodness.
cost you some money.
Yeah, it's crazy. But no,
Yeah, I have
definitely
this.
when we see each other, we gotta make some, we gotta vibe over some good food.
Amazing, amazing. I can't
Yeah.
wait. Cheeky, Amani, you two are also invited if you're still watching.
They have to, they have to buy whiskey.
Done.
They're not invited for
Done.
free.
I think Amani only drinks rum, but yeah, we'll make it work. Oh my goodness. Okay, now we're just clowning. Now we're just clowning. All right, everybody, we got about 15 minutes left here of NIKKI BANZ Live. I'm going to head over to the little question box and see what questions you have for Emmanuel. You can keep the questions coming if you haven't done so yet, but I'm going to start asking some questions from you all, the fans. Thank you for tuning in here. We've had like 20, 30 people come on like at any given time. We love it. We love it. Shout out. Thanks for being here. We love you all. Thanks for supporting NIKKI BANZ Live. Okay, the first question, shout out to the one and only Mama BANZ, aka my mom and dad. My mom is asking, do you have a coffee table book of your pictures that people can buy?
Not yet, but hi, Mom. But working on it. Working on it. Yeah.
Okay.
But not yet.
Okay, good to
not
know.
Yet. Yeah. She will get
her next sentence.
She will get a free copy. The first person to get a free copy, sending it. Is it Dallas or Austin, Texas? Where's Mom?
She's they're in Houston right now. Actually, Houston.
Okay, Houston. All right. She will get a copy. I'll bring it myself. I'll bring it myself.
Emmanuel's coming to Houston, y'all. Yeah. Amazing. Okay, excellent. So, coffee table book coming soon. Awesome. Okay, other questions. Question from our girl Amani. We keep giving Amani all the shout outs, but we love Amani, so it's fine. Amani's question
love you too, Amani.
How was it? So much love. So the question is, how was it to photograph Barack Obama on the continent in his home country? What was that like?
It's amazing. Dope. It was dope. It was some dope shit. It was really nice. I like, honestly speaking, like I was shaking a little bit, and then we start talking, and he seems to be very easy, and then I cracked a joke. Actually, I cracked it just to feel comfortable. I cracked a joke, and I'm like, I voted for you when I was in Chicago, so you owe me $1. And he laughed, and I guess after that I felt comfortable. I'm like, okay, that's not the leader of the free world, It's like it's like we're vibing. So it was really nice. It was really good. It was really good.
Wow. That is so special. What an incredible moment. We're all so happy for you for that moment. Just incredible. Like life-changing. Beautiful. Okay. Woo! I got chills just listening to that answer, Emmanuel. What an honor. That is just so cool. Okay, some of these other questions that we have here. Okay, we have a question here that says from Shaq Bet. Shaq Bet is asking, what do you consider your best shot?
Sorry, I lost you for a second. Say that again. What was the question?
No problem. The question was, what do you consider your best shot? Oh, can you still hear me?
Oh my goodness, that's her first questions. Number one is, early years I was told to always criticize myself. I'm never satisfied. I always go back and be like, I could have done it in a different way. I could have done that. So it's very hard for me to sit and be like, oh, this is my, it could happen maybe just on that day, and I'd be like, oh my goodness, I'm happy today. It could be just even a street photography or a wedding or a fashion shoot, and I'd be like, oh, I'm proud of this. But then again, maybe the next day or a couple of months later, I'll be like, I should have done it a bit differently, you know.
Mm.
So it's I really don't have, it's hard. And that's always one of the hardest thing for me to put a portfolio together because I don't know how. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
There, I like the idea of always being critical though, because I think that's what kind of pushes you to keep going
Exactly.
and keep working hard, keep learning. That's important.
Not to be comfortable, yeah, not to get comfortable. You got to push yourself always. You got to challenge. You got to challenge yourself. You got to challenge same shot that you did it maybe last week. How can I make it better? How can I make it unique, more unique? So
Mm.
it's always a challenge. No sleep, no weakness.
100%. Well, that's how you keep growing. That's how you keep moving and shaking. Okay, I love that. I love that. Okay, now we got the one and only Chiki Karuka sliding into the comments here. Shout out Chiki. Chiki was also a guest here on NIKKI BANZ Live. She was like one of my first couple of guests ever. Thank you, Chiki. We love you so much. But Chiki has a question for you. Chiki is asking. Well, she says first, we love you guys. We love you too, baby girl.
Love you too.
The question is, Manu, how much of your talent is hard work? How much is just built into who you are?
The gentleman that I met the first time when I was looking for equipment and the photographer who used to photograph Dr. Martin Luther King, he said something. He said for photographers, it's either you are you're born with an eye or not. I agree with him. That is true, but you have to put on work. You have to put on work, no matter what. You could be born, with a good talent. Hard work pay off. Like Jordan was cut from his basketball team, and he had to go work hard. You have to go work hard and harder and hard. Like it's never be like, oh, I'm talented. No, you have to work hard. So definitely, I would say 75% hard work.
Mm, mm, mm. And I think that's such a good reminder to everybody watching here on IG Live, or maybe you're watching the rerun on YouTube. It's a reminder that even if you're super talented, even if it seems like you're the person getting all the gigs, getting all these amazing opportunities, it's because of all that really hard work on the back end. And oftentimes, like especially when you blow up and when you are who you are and you've got the followers and the fame and the clout, people don't really see all the hard work and all the effort that goes into everything that you're doing.
Yeah, you cannot. You have to deliver. You have to deliver on time. You have to be on time. Not to say like, oh, I'm a good photographer. I have a name. Let me come walk in late like a superstar. No, you're not the superstar. Yeah. The person that you come in to photograph that's the talent. For me, that's the talent. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. I love that response, Emmanuel. Thank you for sharing that wisdom. We're getting so many gems from this conversation today. I'm going to throw it back to all the people asking questions. There's an interesting question here from Rich Alela asking, if you were to lose your sight today, what would you do as a photographer?
Oh my goodness. As photographers, we always think of that. Like, what if you lose your sight? Like I always worry. I was shooting this past weekend and I was carrying some food and I wanted to go sit outside and there's a hawk, an eagle flew just by me trying to take something off on my plate. And I felt the wind here, and I was like, if I just looked maybe a second earlier, it could have taken my eye, you know? So it's always a scary thought to lose your sight. I wouldn't know what to do. I might just, I don't know. I might teach. I don't know how that will work, but I might just teach, you know? But
Makes
as a
sense.
photographer, yeah, it's really gonna be hard. I don't know because a lot of it depend on on your side,
Mm,
shooting,
mm,
lighting, post production. Everything depends on your site.
mm,
So yeah,
mm.
I
Well,
might. I don't know. I might. I don't know. Maybe I'll be the next Ray Charles of photography, and make it do what it do,
exactly.
and make it do what it do.
Exactly. Who knows? Maybe you still be taking the best pictures, even if you can't see. Who
Who
knows?
knows? Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, that's a very interesting question. We can talk about what ifs all day, every day, but we're gonna give all the things that you have your site now and forever.
Amen.
Oh my goodness. Okay, another question that I have here, probably the last question I'll ask before we wrap up the show today here on Nikki Banz Live. This is an interesting question from Riska Ryuki asking, what is the future of photography?
What's the future of photography? Uh, the future is photography. It's endless. I mean, the future is there. I know with technology, people using phones, but I feel like even with phones, with everything, it's becoming bigger. I mean, look at social media. Everybody's looking for a profile online, or like images, everything. Like image is getting bigger and bigger. So the future of photography, I mean, is just there. It's still there. Uh, there's more love for art. So fine art is becoming bigger and bigger. So the future is huge. It's endless.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm,
it's
I
endless.
love that.
And the future is us. The future is us.
Yes, it is. Yes. Say it louder for those in the back, Emmanuel. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, Emmanuel, we're almost at the end of the hour here. So before we sign off, any final thoughts, any final questions, comments for all of us here on IG Live or anybody watching the rerun of the show on YouTube? Final words for us today?
I appreciate, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody who joined. All my friends on social media. Uh, there's a lot coming. There's a lot coming. So stay tuned. We we're gonna raise the roof.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And tell everybody, where can they find you? Where can they follow you? Give us all your plugs, all your handles.
All the handles are Emmanuel Jambo. The studio's Jambo Concept, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's all Emmanuel Jambo, Jambo Concept. And you can find me on the corner of Lanana Road. And hand me a chicken sandwich. When you see me, hand me a chicken sandwich, please.
All right. I'm
I'm
putting that
always hungry.
on my next trip.
I'm
On my
always
next
hungry.
trip to Nairobi, I'm gonna find myself on that corner. I'm gonna come with a chicken sandwich. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Oh, Emmanuel, it has been such a pleasure to talk to you today, to get to know you, to hear more about your story and the way that you are photographing and shining light on the continent for people all over the world. It's so inspiring. It's so motivating. And I'm so grateful to have you on the show here on NIKKI BANZ Live. Thank you for your time and your energy. And thank you for your talent.
Anytime, Nikki, anytime. Love your show. Keep it shining. You know, keep it locked. It's dope. I love what you're doing. Thanks for having me. Thank you
so much. Thank you to everybody who's tuned in to this hour of IG Live here on Instagram or on YouTube. Shout out every single Tuesday. We've got more amazing guests just like Emmanuel, just like Cheeky. We'll get Lou all on the show. It's going to be amazing. So thank you to everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next Tuesday on NIKKI BANZ Live. Emmanuel, have a great night. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. All right. Thank you. One love.